Hello, YouTube. We are A&D Anime Reactions. My name is Alexander.
And I'm Daquan.
And today we're watching Teogonia Episode 3 for some reason. I swear this is Episode 4, but evidently all the stuff we know happened in Episode 2. I'm as confused as you are, or maybe only I'm confused, and it makes perfect sense to you and to Daquan. This might just be a me problem. That's very possible.
It might just be a me-him problem because the last episode is an hour and 20 minutes, so.
That might be why I feel like so much happened. Because recording it was long. It's amazing how we record a thing and it takes 4 times as long to watch the episode.
Yes.
Insane.
But you guys come for that, right? Mm-hmm. You want to come for the expounding and the conversations and the tangents.
Yeah, so last time we actually learned more about land gods and how they actually are associated with the land. The land god gives the land strength to plant crops to go stronger, and then that feeds the people, who then feed the land god, and that's sort of like a cycle. That's very animistic in a sense, which is actually rather fun. But it does raise the question, though, like, every single land god is associated with a certain part of land, and that land almost gives the land god's patron, or whoever is possessed by them, the right to rule in that place. Which seems to be how kingdoms are claimed, how territories are claimed. So we get this really interesting aspect where it's like almost like divine right to rule is real and genuine, which it's usually used in history as an excuse, but if it has actual tangible benefit, a tangible demonstration, it makes you think that colonizing other areas might actually be harder to justify because you can't just pretend that you have the right to rule. You either have it or you physically don't have it. So that's just interesting. Also, we were talking about how it really makes no... Oh, yeah. They're called gods.
Guides.
God something. Like, what are the people who do it? Like the...
So there's something... I think they're called guides. Some of them are called guides, but...
It's gods. But whatever the gods say, maybe. No, that's the thing inside you. But
that's the thing inside of them, yeah.
But yeah, we are also talking about how... The fact that the girl is chosen by land god and has actual land behind it, in fact that she isn't even allowed to do anything to sort of cultivate that and make it stronger, makes no sense because we even prove here that you don't need to actually be physically in combat to benefit as the person with the god inhabiting them. So there's really there's no reason for her not to be allowed to strengthen the train, and then increasing that land, and then increasing the overall bounty of the kingdom, or the town, or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's just, it feels like it's just there because this is a fantasy setting, and it's socially patriarchal inherently, but it doesn't necessarily jive with what we know of the world so far. I'm assuming there's probably more to it, because this episode 2 did give me that benefit of the doubt, so I'm kind of excited to learn what happens more. Anyway, let's see what happens next.
Alrighty, let's get you guys with the screen with us.
Yeah.
And... looks like you guys...
are not showing yet.
Yes. Alrighty, and also just giving you guys to see us a little bit better too. There we go.
Fascinating.
And let's see if we can get you guys to see a little bit more. See if we get in trouble with YouTube or not.
Let's get in trouble with YouTube.
All for you guys. Are you guys ready?
Let us begin. Or not.
Oops, I double clicked. I'm sorry.
Previously on Teogonia.
Previously on Teogonia.
Oh yeah, he can read by touching.
They're real. And they're like a divine crest, the sign of a guardian bearer.
Guardian bearer.
After all, I was blessed by Adolin, the great land elf for which Edda was named. Hence I'm responsible. It's simple as that.
Okay.
You're wrecking my village,
Slash. Stabby the stab, stab, stab.
So I wonder, did he actually eat all the godsons after all, if he was alive?
I think he did.
Yeah. Arbitration.
You foolishly rushed in to challenge the enemy in front of you, only to then freeze in fear. Such ridiculous behavior. But now you understand. Women of the Baron's house needn't learn how to fight.
It shouldn't matter that I'm a woman.
The only thing that matters is that you are safe. Speaking of, increased patrols at the perimeter. Understood. An inspector will be visiting us from the central plane.
Huh?
Yes, I've heard as much.
Interesting.
Inspector.
I'll go and alert the soldiers now.
So there was a higher authority then.
Father, I'm sorry for what happened.
Kai was his name. The brave young lad who was able to defeat a macaque all by himself. Fighters like that make me proud.
You should make more of them.
Read them.
Hey there, Kai. They say you were a big hero in Eda Village. Is that true?
No, they must be exaggerating. I did what anyone else would have done.
We heard all about it from Akisa. Also, we understand that you and Lady Jose apparently got real friendly, too.
Huh?
Come on, Kai. Tell us everything about her, like how nice she must smell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at that. Lag Village's future.
Honestly, why do all our young men act like undisciplined children?
No,
He's having fun.
There's work to be done.
Sorry.
That orphan boy who ate all the godstones might be the only...
Oh, I see. So you do have your eye on him, huh, Elsa?
Ooh.
In that case, you better claim him soon. Move too slow and some other woman will beat you to him. It's not like that.
Kai, may we talk, please?
See? It's already happening.
Hey, look who's with Kai again.
Lady Jose.
So what did you want to talk to me about?
Two things. First, thank you for saving me in Eda Village.
Oh, boy.
I haven't had the chance to thank you properly yet. So then, thank you very much, Kai.
Yeah, sure.
And secondly, I saw that you have a divine crest too. Unlike you, when faced with the enemy, I faltered and froze with fear. It made me realize that just being strong isn't enough. I need the skill and the heart to use my power.
That's true.
Lady Jose.
So then, beginning tomorrow morning, I've committed myself to train every day. Much harder than I ever have before. And you're joining me.
Huh.
What?
I'm like, how can you get time to do this? I have jobs to do.
Yes.
Kai's in trouble. Lady Jose is really laying into him.
I wish that I was him.
Jesus.
Training with Lady Jose starts to...
Okay, that's second time it's not working. Anyway, you said that he has a job to do, but she is his superior. If she gives him another job, that takes priority.
That's true. I forget about that. Yeah,
Whatever she says is his job.
that's true.
Metric being the leader.
It's tomorrow, huh? Here. Hello there. This for me? Some of the other ladies suggested that I bring it to you. Well, thank you.
Wow.
I was
Tsundere.
getting thirsty.
Even in this world, it really isn't easy to
It tastes a bit fresher than normal. Really? I'm glad to hear it.
What is that?
Hey, Elsa!
Water.
I need your hand with something. I'm coming. See you later. Okay.
She's awfully happy after dropping off that water.
I love that. He's such a bro.
He's like, I saw what I just saw. Do you understand what you just experienced?
Honestly, he's my favorite character so far.
Spring really has come for you, huh?
No, wait, it's not like that. That bird.
Burb. An attack incoming.
What bird?
I feel like I've heard its cry before somewhere. Wait, that's it. I heard it in that valley. The one where I was healed? I wish I could go there.
Huh. Killing on that does not fall asleep. Oh. He did his hair fast.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh. High jump.
Dude just cleared an entire wall, fortress of a city.
Yeah.
That is wild. So he's much stronger than he was before.
Why am I so fast? It's like I've become the wind.
So he recognizes he's not moving normally.
Yeah. Not fall and die.
He seems to be fine with it.
Huh.
There's something special.
I do wonder though. Once the guy finds out he has a god crest and he is a guardian bearer, do you think it's gonna make him try to marry his daughter?
Hmm.
I don't know. Part of me wonders if he do that just to try and force him to stay tied to the family, because he already is. Because now that he's a guardian bearer, realistically, he could go wherever he wanted, probably succeed.
Yeah. I don't know. We haven't really got an idea of political motivations and how alliances and stuff works and how much they're trying to keep things within. We understand that now, yeah, guardian bears make sense to stay within the family, but we don't really know how that works outside of this one town. We know there's a hierarchy now because inspectors are coming to, but with so little we know right now, it's just,
Yeah.
About this place.
So that's
So you're the bird whose call I keep hearing.
If I had to keep hearing the thing over and over again, I'd be so annoyed. Read it now.
It's no use.
Oh.
I can't read it like the gravestone in Etta Village.
Oh.
I survived my wound in this valley. Is it because you granted me your protection? If that's so, I haven't offered you my proper appreciation yet. I thank you.
glow.
Why is your shirt off?
That should do it.
Now that glows again.
This is so strange. It's completely dark, yet I see clearly. Is this part of the protection too?
Huh. I mean, so far, it just seems to be generic buffs, so probably.
So good! This valley's so bountiful with plenty of water and food, unlike back home. Oh, I really wish I could live right here.
You can.
Hold on, I probably could if I built myself a house.
Exactly! He's finally starting to get it. He can lead the situation if he wants to. The benefit of power.
Yep.
Break the tree.
First, I'm gonna need to cut down some trees for the wood. No way my sword's getting through this. Instead, I'll have to use fire magic.
No.
And topple the tree.
Forget what I just said.
Don't leave him by himself.
Such a moron.
He's not allowed to be by himself.
Yeah. No. Go back to the village. You will cause a forest fire.
Yes.
Is this going to be an episode where he causes fire to go off everywhere?
Perhaps.
I swore that's what's going to happen last time. I thought it was going to burn all the wheat.
Yeah, but she got stopped.
I know.
Luckily. So luckily he was stopped.
Who will stop him this time?
No one.
It's not safe. He is not safe.
He is not safe.
Fireblade.
Good job, genius.
Fire!
What? You have...
There's no way to do this, is there? Wait, I can make fire shoot from my fingertips, so there must be a way somehow. Come on, think.
Right with your knee.
I'm able to use fire magic. I first imagined it, and then it became a reality. I just need to imagine what I want to
So
do.
what? He's gonna invent wind magic?
Punch magic. Oh,
I want to cut the tree, so I'll need to break the bonds between its molecules.
what?
Wait, what are those?
That's a little bit too smart for him.
That was weirdly specific too.
Yes.
Like, why molecules? Why not just separate the wood from the wood? Because if you broke the molecules, that would be like dissolving the components down to the most... That'd be like acid.
Not necessarily. Because you break things down to as molecules. That is, you're right, that is dissolving it, but that's not only what acid does. Like, you dissolve sugar into its molecules in water.
I know, you can. I'm just saying, like acid. So like, it's functionally breaking something down into components where it's no longer recognizable.
Yeah, but it also can be used in a broader sense where, like, most of trees and plants are made of sugars, long linking sugars. So if you break them into smaller molecules, yes, you are severing them. So you're breaking those apart.
Okay, well, let's see how this works exactly, because the use of the words... But yeah, this confirms he's a kite. Wow, water molecules.
Are they something from another weird memory? Whatever. I just know that's what I need to do. That's right. I'm not just cutting the tree. I'm unraveling the bonds inside of it. I have to slide an invisible blade between the molecules and break their bonds. And those birds. I wonder what spooked them.
Wait,
Tree was glowing, yes.
it's like cells.
Yes.
But they're way
They
too
are
big
alive.
for
Yeah, they're
cells.
way too big for tree cells, yes. But they are cells and they are living, so they're made of cells.
He's not wrong, but he's off just enough that's throwing me off.
It's not scientifically accurate. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's cartoons.
I know. Anyway, here comes the bacon.
Yes.
Eat them this time.
Yes. Got some bacon, some ham.
I'm consistently surprised that they speak in a language and we have no clue what they're saying.
What are they doing with that rope?
Oh yeah,
Are they trying to enter the valley?
go back.
I'm unraveling the bonds inside it and break their bonds.
Is the captions on?
They are.
And those birds.
Huh,
I
okay.
wonder what spooked them.
I wonder if it'd be subtitled in the Japanese version.
This is 11:14.
This isn't for the whole episode, just we're checking something. Yeah. Alright. Oh.
Nope. It just shows their language.
That's interesting then. I wonder, is that an actual language or is that they just make that up?
Pretty sure I probably just made it up.
I want to do the Google Lens.
I could.
Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see. Where's the... Is there an option to translate? Indonesian?
Huh.
Wait.
QA.
Interesting.
So they're just speaking Indonesian?
It appears so.
Let's do the next one.
なんだ何かが近づいてる
Alright, let's try this Gimbuta. Now it says Norwegian.
Yeah.
One more. There it is. If this is also Indonesian again, we'll know that it probably is that. If it isn't, it's not just accidental.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, that'd be really interesting. All things.
Just picking different languages to piece them together.
It says Indonesian again.
It does.
Is it Indonesian?
Well, I didn't translate it this time, though.
Did you try translating it?
Yeah, I did click translate.
Now it's Hindi.
Yes.
Translate. What is it saying it is?
Northern something.
Huh. Okay, so
Northern
it probably
South.
isn't Indonesian then. It was probably just that one word phrase just happened to be Indonesian.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Okay. Well, that's fun to know. Title is Orcs Are Fake Indonesians.
Previous.
You know that'll catch them off.
I'm not just cutting a tree. I'm unraveling the bonds inside of it. I have to slide.
I'll go back.
Are they trying to enter?
There it is.
What are they doing with that rope? Are they trying to enter the valley?
Uh-oh.
Teogonia. Teogonia.
You with the rope! What are you doing?
Elves. Or gnomes.
Who are you guys?
Another language.
You're small, but you're not children.
He's about to stab you.
Ichak. You understand the words I'm saying now?
Yeah, I do.
I suppose I'll start by introducing myself then. My name is Porek, and I speak on behalf of the Koror as their leader.
I've never seen your kind before. The Koror, huh? You know, for not being a human, you seem rather fluent in our language.
I learned thanks to all the interactions I've had with human merchants. Your crafts are valuable trade goods, or your kind believes so at least. I realize this place is forbidden, but forgive us. We only trespass on account of how desperate we are. We came here with the hope that if the great valley god resembles human beings, then surely he shares in their compassion. And we humbly entreat the ancient agreement.
Wait, can we back up?
Since the times of old, we Korra have kept to ourselves, living quietly in the woods and reverently worshipping the land gods. But those foul pigs destroyed that life. Several days ago, our village was ambushed by orcs whose main goal was to take our land god.
An orc attack?
So they can be taken.
Indeed. And since our feeble kind isn't built to fight, they easily overpowered us all. In the blink of an eye, we were chased off our land and forced to seek your help. Ancient arbitration god.
Wait, an arbitration what?
I beg you, please save us from this tragedy so we may resume our peaceful lives once more. We need your divine wisdom and strength in this time.
Well, he does not have wisdom. Strength, sure.
That's interesting then, if he is actually the arbitration god. So that means that gods can be of concepts as well as land. But that's, assuming he's right about that, that means this guy's going to be suddenly a lot more relevant. Because Bodhi,
Hopefully he gets a lot smarter then.
I know, but the ability to have the divine right to arbitrate decisions. Imagine how much influence that would give you. Like, I can choose who is right and wrong.
Yeah.
That's legitimately a god power.
Yeah.
Now we see the hope. Okay, he will never be that smart. But maybe Lady Jess, what is it? What is her name?
Josephine. Josephine.
Lady J.
Yeah.
Lady J.
Is her name Josephine?
Probably Josephine, but hopefully Lady Josephine will learn this and be able to leverage it. Because she's our only hope for this guy doing something interesting.
Yeah.
Well, no, let me rephrase. He is interesting right now.
Yes.
To be more politically relevant to the surrounding world. In a satisfying and less frustrating manner.
Fair.
Explain what an arbitration...
We need your divine wisdom and strength in this time.
I'm sorry, but could you explain what an arbitration god actually is? Using small words?
Yes, certainly.
Keep in mind, he's speaking in a foreign tongue and he's using words that you don't understand. That's your native tongue. That is wild.
And it's also insulting.
Yes.
Like, I am already speaking your language.
And he need me to dumb it down, okay?
English. Like, English motherfucker. I'm speaking it for you.
Oh my goodness. He is not the brightest crayon in the box.
He is more of a shown protagonist than Sakura is from Windbreakers.
Yes.
Which is incredible. Why the... It's also not even... It's... What's the term like? It's like he lacks a general sense of things, even beyond... I can understand him being uneducated. That makes perfect sense. Like, education isn't an innate feature. It's just more of a...
It's access.
Access and opportunity.
Yep.
But... And maybe he can be curious enough to learn. But right now, like, he doesn't seem to have any sense of, like... Beyond immediately when I feel my belly. Which does make sense, in a sense. Because if you're used to less for your entire life, getting a little bit more makes sense as your priority still.
Yeah.
But I want him to do more because he's the protagonist.
Yeah, I ask people by arguing inside the comments in the chat. We'll say, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you don't have your needs met, you're not going to do those higher decisions. I'm like, okay.
And I do not care. Yeah. I care about entertainment. And so far, he's frustrating me. And hierarchy of needs is, he is fake, I'm real. My frustration ranks higher than his needs.
Fair.
Like war crimes. War crimes anime are fake. Frustration about the war crimes is real. That's why there's a priority. Which is why being annoying is worse than being evil. In anime, in shows. Crop that out of context. Watch it.
Arbitration god is one who... Yes, certainly. An arbitration god is one whose power exceeds that of every living being and protects all of creation.
Huh.
And you think that's me?
Oh.
There's no way! I don't know anything about all this godly stuff!
Which is clear. Porik's faith in you was very misplaced. You're no god.
Huh?
You heard me. Our god is strong, and his avatar is fierce. I didn't meet him, but there are tales. And they all say he was a warrior who would cruelly smite any who doubted him. In other words, he was a figure of legend. Not a little child like you.
Who are you calling little?
Exactly.
Chuck, you may not believe what I do.
Ooh.
I entered the valley without permission in my youth, incurring the god's wrath, and thus my eyes were taken to compensate for my foolishness.
Wow.
That's wild.
You've met the Valley God before?
Although I no longer see the light of the sun, many things are still visible to me. The world filled with spiritual energy, and each living soul gives off spiritual light. It would seem the noble blue aura surrounding you was drawn from the sky itself. You're an arbitration god, even if you don't know it. Aura doesn't lie. The Valley God has chosen to bless and protect you. I could tell instantly.
The Valley God really blessed me? How sure are you about that, Gramps?
Not a doubt in my mind.
Okay.
And furthermore, in exchange for your help, we've offered a sacrifice to you.
What? Sacrifice?
Oh. Huh.
I go. Bye, grandfather.
Damn.
We are so so my grandmother has already given her life to the valley.
Kongurashita?
I don't want your lives. They're not mine to have.
Too bad. It's yours anyway.
Yep.
That's the problem being God. People sacrifice to you without your consent. Mostly without your consent. Very rarely do gods actually ask for human sacrifices. People tend to sacrifice themselves to the gods in hopes of appeasing them. At least in certain faction stories that I've been reading. Let's see the corpse.
She's not dead. He'll probably save her.
I know. But imagine for a second that corpse was actually there. And he had to live with...
I don't think he would be able to take that. Well, he has seen war, but I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to kind of predict. Because sometimes he'll say things from his isekai life. Other times, it's like he's just not smart enough to do this.
Right? He's a dumbass with secret isekai knowledge.
That's how you lowered her down?
Snap.
Did she just fall?
Yep. She cut her.
I don't care what God is for. I will not allow innocent lives to be taken in this valley.
Too bad.
There she is. Can you open your eyes? Hey.
Not nearly enough blood for that fall.
Well, the thing is pretty sloped, so I mean she could have just fell and rolled on it. So she didn't fall right to the ground.
True.
So some bumps and bruises, maybe a few scrapes.
Moan crack open.
Well, she'd be dead.
Yes.
This rate, magic's the only thing that might help. If I could save myself from death, I
Wait.
can save her.
You can save yourself. Because you were not smart enough to do that.
Every wound being healed, and every single part that's injured. Restore the damaged cells.
Well?
Cells? Are those even a real thing?
Yes, they're very real.
And I can restore them.
My magic is mitosis.
So you cause cancer. Great.
I mean, imagine that as your power. I touch you. You now have cancer.
It's diabolical.
This is the land god curse. If I had a coin for every single time they use scientific terminology in a pre-scientific era, I'd have a lot of coins because that's a very common plot device now, it seems.
Did it work?
Of course
No.
it.
I think so. Lie here and rest for a while. I guess magic's used for attacks and healing.
Works.
No, the orgs.
Bacon! Oh, they got the trees for you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Down. Roar. It was side, down, roar.
Ozo Rigoon.
But it'll be.
Die, ham.
Now it's stab.
Smoke. Ham. Honey glazed ham. Hickory smoked bacon.
Why'd you come to this valley, you swine?
So you recognize their swine. You can eat them.
Oh!
A guardian bearer.
Kill them. Sear it into their blood.
Who's there?
Vengeful.
Instill their hearts with terror.
Ooh,
I like him.
We had the same thoughts.
Gotta title it that then. I like him.
Yeah.
Their hearts. With terror!
Please allow this old soldier to lend you his skills. Though we're a peaceful folk, I'm a guardian bear.
Oh!
Promise I won't get in your way. The Korra of Hakar village will use our dying breaths to swear our devotion to the Valley God. So they swear their devotion to you.
For now, let's focus on their dying breaths.
Gotcha. Gadeska.
They're like, oh my goodness, they're guardian bearers too. Shut up. I'm strong enough to beat their booties. Bacon, 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 bacon.
I do like how they've been pretty good at using body language to convey what they've been saying, even without understanding it.
Yeah.
It allows us to feel like, yes, a lot of stuff can be read through just how people are, and then how.
Nonverbal communication is also communication.
And also, maybe this is intentional, but how maybe they're not so different after all, because they all have similar body language tics and stuff. You can already tell that just from them all being bipedal and mostly humanoid.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if that's relevant or if that's just a useful shorthand to show that, hey, we want them to say things. Or other way entirely. Body language isn't even necessarily a human thing. You see it in animals. You see it in all kind of things. So, almost like with Sakura, how with the fists. It's like, there's primitive communication.
Yes.
Okay, Gramps, not bad.
Thank you, but that's about all the Korra's combat techniques can manage. You will have to fight their leader.
Got it.
Oh.
You swine defiled this valley. For that you die.
Wait. This Kororan orc business. Yes? Why interfere when not human business? What your reason?
Oh, I have a reason.
That's interesting. So we're getting like all of them can potentially communicate. It's really a matter of just.
So it'll be a leader thing. Yep. You got they apparently have the intellect to communicate. It's just that the ones who want to do the most FaceTime with those different things learn a language.
Yeah, probably because like the leaders have the most interaction with other people of other races, so they're the ones that are obviously most predisposed to pick up the language. He seems pretty fluent for reasonably fluent, because that was pretty. You know what I mean. Like they conveyed his point.
You. Oh, I have a reason.
What is?
You entering this place without my permission? That's reason enough.
Is that all? Fine, we leave. We no hurt no one else. Sorry we disturbed you.
Still creepy. I don't like that he has no eyes.
Peace. I'll kill you now.
Why are you upset?
Because this is my valley.
Sure, that's not a demon instead of a god.
Please stop. Forgive us this once. We will forgive until you first man.
Rock, your holiness!
Wind magic.
Ooh!
The Avatar has been born.
You got my arm and gone.
Yes, your arm is gone.
Okay, cool.
What did I just witness? Here's blood of the teacher. Fill their hearts with sheer terror.
I thought he was using a chainsaw to his abdomen. That's crazy. It seems like he just did that to make it as painful as possible.
He is the Valley God. Right, Lord Boric?
Indeed. The blue flames gave him away. I know the fire that burned my eyes anywhere. That's the God who takes and smites without mercy. He may also grant mercy when he's so inclined. That remains unchanged. The great God who carries the scales of life. The God of justice who has watched over the world since the age of the gods themselves. It's undeniable. He is the arbitration God.
Oh, I thought it'd be named. He is Teogonia.
Divine crests.
Yes, that would make sense. But so I'm guessing Teogonia must be the name of the world and the land at this point because we haven't heard the word.
It still hasn't been name dropped yet.
But yeah, so it's a lot of still question marks.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do a very poor job in terms of like they leave us lots of questions and very little answers. I think last episode they fed us a lot of answers. This episode they fed some more answers, but still that's a lot more questions.
And arbitration god is such an odd title for that because like it isn't a god of arbitration. It's almost like a god, over god of ultimate power who punishes and grants like freedom as will. So it's more of like a patriarchal god that like, is the top versus arbitration. Because there's no judicial status. It's just does what he wants.
Yeah.
Because like in this case, like if this was an arbitration god, that would be like, okay, we'll not lay out all your crimes, defend yourself, or something of that regard.
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Well, in a sense, he did though, because there was a dispute. As the orc said, "This is an orc and a core's issue. Why are you intervening?"
Yeah.
And he deemed the orcs wrong, so he killed them all.
Okay, fair enough.
So he did step into a dispute, and the way he ended it was just he killed the ones he didn't like.
I guess. I still don't like the name of the god, but that might just be a me thing.
Might be a translation issue too, but I'm like, 'cause I'm trying to figure out, because like, yeah, I can see it a little bit, because like, I think about, for example, again, I think in terms like very biblical terms. So I think about judges, or I think about not necessarily just judges in like the Old Testament sense or the Jewish sense. I also think about like when people talk about Solomon's wisdom, where people come and ask him lots of different things. They talk about the example of a person trying to claim ownership over a child, and they said, okay, so both of you claim to be the mother of the child, just cut the child in half and you each go with half of them. And the real mother said, no, don't kill the child. And they figure out who the child was.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like arbitrating between issues and stuff like that. It wasn't crimes or...
I know, it's still...
It's dealing with disputes in general.
I know. But right now, it didn't feel like that. Maybe it will later on more. That's a possibility too. It seemed more just any violence.
Well, this world seems to be run by violence anyway.
I know.
Capture the land gods is pretty much seems like to be the name of the game. So it seems as if he's just going to just pick which side of the fight he wants to wage war.
I'm kind of curious though. Now that he killed another land god, what will happen? Will he claim the land's god's power?
I think the sense is that you don't, because when the guardian bear was killed, the first episode we saw, and they got the god seed.
Yeah.
They just said that the land god went back to the land. So I think you have to go back and get it. You don't get it from the guardian bear falling in battle.
That's why you capture them instead of kill them. That way they are like indisposed. Which is a possibility. But yeah. But overall, yeah, not too many answers. I mean, you got just pretty much absolute confirmation that he was isekai'd. Okay, but it's a hidden knowledge. He seems to be weirdly focusing on cells, which maybe he was a biologist in his past life.
Perhaps.
I mean, that's a possibility. Or a chemist. And probably a biologist, because he's focusing on living matter. But I'm hoping that we'll see him eventually get smarter. I'm hoping that Lady Jose will keep showing up, because so far she seems to be the more
Yeah.
interesting main character between the two, just out of having stuff she wants to do.
Yeah, I also think I saw like clips or snippets of stuff where he gets older, so I think this right here is probably going to be the last time he's like staying this young. I think he's going to age. There's going to be a time skip at some point, so hopefully the time skip makes him smarter.
Or at least less prone than making dumb choices.
Yeah.
Anyway, do you have anything else, or do you think that's roughly about it?
I'm intrigued why he still couldn't read the gravestone.
Oh, yeah.
If he had already known that if the land god or the arbitration god had already decided to bless him, it's odd that he decided not to let him be able to read the stone to understand who he was and what he does, versus him being told who he was from the course.
Yeah, that seems like an inferior form of like information dispatch. Like, what would be much better for him to read the thing and see, okay, you are the arbitration god. You're not a land god. These are your responsibilities, so on and so forth. At least that's what I would do if I was a god and I was picking someone to be my avatar.
Yep. And then it wouldn't have taken him as much. So now he's like, oh yeah, I want to know what an arbitration god was when we finally met the course. It would have been probably made much more sense in that conversation. So I wonder if he's ever going to be able to read it, to be honest. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Because obviously the god can talk to him too, so.
That is an option as well. Anyway.
Kill them, make them suffer.
I'm not bored by this, I just have questions.
Yes. Which is not a bad thing. Yeah. It's more for us to talk about, more for us to explore. But yeah, that's all I have for right now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of Teogonia of Us. If you like what you do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think about this episode. Tell us if you also have questions about what's happening, maybe, or do you know what's happening and you want to tell us. That's also an option. We love hearing from you. If you really love what we're doing, please consider supporting us on Patreon. It'll give you access to our videos, as well as Patreon-only videos that we aren't posting anywhere else. And more importantly, give you access to our Discord, where you can hang out with us live, especially while we're recording videos. And that way we can have a more in-depth conversation with you and have more active stuff. And overall, just help build our community more and let us get to know you better too. As always, thank you so much for watching us, and please have a good day.
Peace.
Later. Wale.